All right, our next bite registration is a wax tab called Almore. It is this really nice blue color. It's the one that I talk about in lecture that has a foil piece in here. The patient, when they close down, you'll be able to see when they occlude the foil in there. You do need to have the hot water bath for it, and you need to be very, very careful that you do not cross-contaminate the cotton forceps. So you go into the water bath and out of the water bath with clean forceps. Then you go into the patient's mouth. You do not ever go back and forth. All right, I'm gonna put it in the bath and you're gonna start to see, it will take a little bit, but the blue will start to change on the Almore. Usually just fan it around a little bit, my fingers. So you can see that it's starting to change the color of blue. So another thing to tell your patient is what to expect out of having this done to them on any of the registrations that you guys are learning about. Let them know you're going to be placing something on their teeth. Let them know that you need them to stay close together until you tell them to open. You always dry the occlusal surfaces. This is actually a fun one to do. The water might be a little bit colder. You can see that it's starting to change though a little bit more. And I think you can see on your video, you almost can start to see the silver foil that is in there. And around that time, and it becomes more of a royal blue, you're about ready to place it into the mouth. It is imperative that you hold onto the foil very similar that I am with the cotton forceps, because that's how you're going to go into the patient's mouth. I'm gonna come out here. Way you test if the water's too hot or the wax is too hot is put it on the back of your hand. If it is too warm, it's too warm for the patient. Dry the occlusal off, place to where you know you're gonna still get the canine. The patient, you instruct them to slowly close. And then I'm gonna shove my Typodon's mouth closed, but the patient would normally close really well for you. What's great about this material is it is a little bit similar to the pink wax that you guys did in the fall, is that it will start to change color back to its original shape. I'm gonna use the end of the cotton forceps so you kind of see back there. Once we remove this, you'll do the exact same thing. You'll rinse it off. You'll try it back in the patient's mouth. You'll clean up the occlusal surfaces so that the patient doesn't have anything on their teeth. You'll bag it, label it, patient's name, etc. for the lab so that you don't lose it. So now that I've been in the mouth with these cotton forceps, these become my intraoral forceps. If I had to redo a bite registration, say this one didn't turn out, I cannot use these cotton forceps in the hot water bath. When we are in lab, we will be monitoring that a lot. Okay, I would instruct my patient to open. And I did not go all the way through to the foil, which is exactly what you want. You only want cusp tips. If your patient bites down too hard and you see the foil, they have bit down too hard for you. That is your Almore bite registration.